still got knocked out, though, with a face injury.
That's okay, he doesn't want it.
Reportedly, after all of this, there were police sources that confirmed that the fight was over social media posts and also said that Tommy was going to press charges against his son. And as far as what that social media post was, it looked like it was actually a tweet. Lee had tweeted at Piers Morgan saying, "Your interviews with Donald Trump and my ex-wife are pathetic. Think she'd find something new to discuss instead of rehashing old shit, but I guess she has nothing else going on." Sign, quote, "the abuser," who she texts every day and asks for me back. And as far as why he labeled himself, quote, "the abuser," in 1998, Tommy Lee was arrested and ended up pleading no contest to charges of spousal battery. His then wife, Pamela Anderson, alleged that Lee assaulted her while she was holding one of their sons. Online, it appears that there's this confusion around no contest being the same as not guilty. It's not. Oversimplifying, it's you essentially saying, I'm not saying I'm guilty, but there are facts in this case that I think will result in me getting a guilty verdict. And in this particular case, Lee was sentenced to 6 months in jail. I think he ended up serving around 4. He was also required to pay $6,200 to a battered women's shelter, a victim restitution program, and a domestic violence fund. Anyway, the next thing we see is that on Tuesday, Tommy Lee posts this close-up picture of his face with a fat lip on Instagram with the caption, "My heart is broken. You can give your kids everything they could ever want in their entire lives, and they can still turn against you. Good job, Brandon. Great son." He ended up deleting that post. Then on Twitter, he continued with his version of events, saying, "Hey, at TMZ, maybe get your facts straight before you go reporting bullshit. My fiance and I were in bed when my son busted into the room and assaulted me. I asked him to leave the house and he knocked me unconscious. He ran away from the police. That's the truth." Meanwhile, his son gave a statement to People magazine saying, "I'm devastated at the events of the last several days that have been a result of my father's alcoholism. I've worked tirelessly organizing an intervention and it's incredibly upsetting that it never came to fruition. I wanted my dad's hopeful sobriety and recovery to be a private family matter, but as a result of his accusations on social media, I feel forced to speak out. I have and will continue to cooperate with law enforcement as needed. I love my father and just want to see him sober, happy, and healthy." And a statement also confirms that the social media post did start this whole situation. Tommy Lee then responded on Twitter, "Laughed my ass off. I'm happier than I've been in my entire life. I have a few drinks here and there because I'm fucking retired and enjoying my life. I worked 30 plus fucking years. I deserve it. You didn't arrange any intervention. You barely spoke to me while you were here. Just covering your ass." As far as Ferlin, her only public comments thus far have been vague tweets. Violence is never the answer. So few people these days with pure hearts and home. And it looked like Tommy Lee was gonna quit social media when he tweeted, "See you later, social media. Can't read any more lies." But then early this morning he tweeted, "I love women, but who do I gotta talk to about a happy, entitled, spoiled brat day?" And actually the final update to this story is that Pamela Anderson has now made an official statement saying, "I have complete faith in Brandon and his team to resolve this unfortunate and sad situation regarding his father. I pray Tommy gets the help he needs. His actions are desperate and humiliating. He is a disaster spinning out of control. He is not acting like a father, but this is nothing new. My sons have made every attempt to help him in recent months." Adding, "I stand beside my son who acted out of self-defense and was scared for his life. Nobody understands the lifetime of disappointment this man has brought our family. Consistently the center of sadness, drama, and confusion. Jealous of his son's talent and beauty from the day they were born. He is sick, the definition of narcissist/sociopath. His fiance keeps him drunk. This is what he wants, someone to behave badly with. It's terrible and unfortunately has made this private matter very public. I have always tried only to set records straight, trying to paint him as not a bad guy, as one who is human and made mistakes." Also backing up the claim that Brandon was setting up an intervention, along with friends and people Tommy works with and admires, closing with, "Tommy feels humiliated and is attempting to destroy his own son. This is the devil. This is the disease of alcoholism." And that was just pieces of the full statement, which if you want to read, I'll link to it down below. Now, as far as the actual assault, there is a lot of he said, she said. I'll be very interested to see what happens with law enforcement. But, and this is just my personal feelings, I end up leaning more on the side of Brandon. Right? Like your father who had to serve time due to charges around hitting your mother, mocking your mom online, even calling himself quote-unquote the abuser, insinuating that he was lying about a thing that he actually pled no contest to. Then to me, at least, Tommy Lee not seeming like a father handling a situation, but a man-child handling a situation, constantly mocking his son online, trying to get sympathy from his fans over a busted list. As far as the angle of Tommy Lee having an addiction problem, I mean, I don't know because I'm not in that situation, but you look at a lot of pictures of him and it doesn't seem like the craziest accusation. And I feel like just in general, Tommy Lee should probably try to handle the rest of this situation in private. Otherwise, people are going to just start saying things like maybe he's just angry because this is what happens when there's a guy in the fight instead of a woman. Not me. I would never say that, but you know, people. But from that, I want to share some stuff I love today. And today in Austin, brought to you by ShopTheFranco.com. ShopTheFranco, of course, where you can buy all our badass gear. Whether it be our new badass bestsellers, like the Why Be Informed, where you can use your feelings as your fact shirt and or hoodie, the Stay Humble, Hustle Hard gear, our pretentious box tee, and or best-selling classics like our sports tee. So if you want to snag one of those while you can, go to ShopTheFranco.com. And the first bit of awesome we had was Charlize Theron on Hot One. We also had Charlize Theron and David Oyelowo answering the web's most searched questions. We got the season 2 trailer for Santa Clarita Diet. Also, if you haven't haven't watched the first season, I recommend it. It's pretty good. We also got a new trailer for Game Over Man, as well as The House of Tomorrow. And if you want to see the full versions of everything I just shared, the secret link of the day, anything at all, links as always are in the description down below. And then let's talk about Russian spies and international assassination attempts. And the reason we're talking about that is former Russian spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia were found unconscious on a park bench in Britain on Sunday. The two were critically ill. They were brought to a hospital. They are still in critical condition at this moment. And the 3 police officers that responded to this incident were also treated at the hospital. 2 were treated for minor symptoms. A 3rd was placed in intensive care but has since been upgraded to stable condition. And actually, an update that we got this morning is that from this, 21 people, including the people that we previously talked about, had to be treated. And UK police now believe the former spy and his daughter were deliberately attacked and poisoned by a nerve agent. And nerve agents in general are highly toxic chemicals that work within seconds or minutes to prevent the nervous system from working properly. Death typically occurs by asphyxiation or cardiac arrest. The police are currently treating this case as attempted murder. The use of a nerve agent makes it more likely that the attack was carried out by the Russian government, specifically because the resources and expertise required to produce and use a nerve agent suggest military or intelligence agency involvement. But Russia has denied any involvement. A statement from the Russian embassy in London said, "Media reports create an impression of a planned operation by the Russian special services, which is completely untrue." But also on that note, and it's not evidence of anything, it just seems like too much of an odd coincidence. Yesterday, when Putin was talking about U.S.-Russia relations, he said, "We are a great power and no one likes competition," later adding, "Those who serve us with poison will eventually swallow it and poison themselves." Which is an interesting thing to say. At the same time, there are headlines that literally read, "Russia double agent poisons nerve agent." Just saying, it's interesting wording. Now, as far as why he was considered a double agent, let's talk about who Sergei Skripal was. Sergei is a retired Russian military intelligence officer who in 2006 was convicted of giving identities of undercover Russian intelligence agents to the UK. Sergei was sentenced to 13 years for his crimes, but in 2010 was released by Russia with 3 other prisoners in exchange with the FBI for 10 Russian spies. And more recently, Sergei had begun working as a lecturer at military academy. And in those lectures, he reportedly spoke about the GRU, which is Russia's foreign military intelligence agency. Also, it feels important to point out that other members of Sergei's family have also died in recent years. His brother and son, both within the last 2 years. Some of Sergei's family members believe the circumstances around their deaths are suspicious as well. Also, if it's true that Russia was involved in this attack, it would be the first time just randomly a foe of Vladimir Putin has been poisoned in Britain. In 2006, you had Alexander Litvinenko, former KGB officer who was critical of Putin, died of poisoning after drinking tea laced with radioactive polonium-210. You know, something that's just lying around. In 2012, you had Alexander Perepelicheny, Russian whistleblower who handed over documents to the Swiss government concerning fraud on Russian officials. He died of a heart attack on Iran. But a later test showed that there was a rare toxin in his blood. And a year later, you had Russian businessman Boris Berezovsky, even though Putin since his election in 2000 was found dead in his home. Authorities said that evidence suggested suicide by hanging, but his family said that wasn't the case. And the situation in general was seen as suspicious because Boris had believed that he'd been the target of earlier murder plots. And as far as what happened in the UK, it'll be very interesting. Obviously, there is an investigation. Politically, we're seeing people speak out. Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson saying, "I say to governments around the world that no attempt to take innocent life on UK soil will go unsanctioned or unpunished." UK Secretary Amber Rudd saying the use of a nerve agent on UK soil is a brazen and reckless act. This was attempted murder in the most clear and public way. Also adding the government will act without hesitation as the facts become clearer. And so that is where we are at time. You have Russia State News saying this.
Но исключительно из педагогических целей. Для всех, кто мечтает о подобной карьере, хотел бы выступить с предостережением. Профессия предателя вообще одна из самых опасных в мире. По статистике, намного более опасная, чем наркокурьер. Очень редко те, кто ее избрали, доживали спокойствия и умиротворения до почтенных седин. Алкоголизм, наркомания, стресс, тяжелое нервное расстройство, депрессия – неизбежные профессиональные заболевания предателя. И, как следствие, инфаркты, инсульты, дорожно-транспортные происшествия, самоубийства.
Then later giving advice for what he called traitors or those who simply hate their country in their free time. Don't choose Britain as a place to live. Something is wrong there. Maybe it's the climate. But in recent years, there have been too many strange incidents with grave outcomes there. I mean, if all of that's not a veiled threat, I don't know what is. Then let's talk about the situation coming out of Nottingham Trent University in the UK. Yesterday, a woman by the name of Rafaro Chisango tweeted out a video of what was going on in the hallway outside of her room at that university. The caption reading, "Yo, I'm fuming. The way people in the same uni halls as me are chanting, 'We hate the blacks' outside my bedroom door." Words cannot describe how sad this makes me feel. In this 2018, people think this is still acceptable. following that up with, okay, this happened Monday night. The video wasn't able to catch what else they were saying, which was blacks would go back to picking cotton. I'm the only black person on the floor, and they were chanting this outside my door, so don't be surprised why I didn't leave my room. Adding, I told the reception, and they said that this will be dealt with Tuesday morning. They took my details and said they would inform me. It's Wednesday night, and they haven't. I have a written statement and sent it to the uni, and so have my parents and some friends. And then this disgusting footage goes viral. Many people outraged at the university's response, many asking how they could help. North London MP David Lammy tweeting, please contact the police and your member of parliament and CC me in. All my love and solidarity. Nottinghamshire Police Twitter saying, good evening. If you've not already done so, please can you give us a call on 101 to report this? Our team will be able to take the details of this incident and see what can be done. This news then gets in front of student union president Martha Longden, who tweets, hi, I've only just become aware of this. However, the behavior you have described is unacceptable. Please can you DM me so we can start to resolve this? In the meantime, if you have any immediate concerns for your safety and well-being, I would advise contacting Knox Police. Soon after, the university says they're investigating the matter. They're taking it extremely seriously. Not everyone tolerates behavior like this, but of course, many people are saying, well, why are you responding so late? The big update to this story is that Nottinghamshire Police said they have arrested two 18-year-old men in connection with this video, and they are currently in police custody. Additionally, the university said those suspected perpetrators have been suspended immediately pending a full investigation, adding that they contact the student that made the complaint. They're providing support for her, and in a statement on their website saying that they will formally request a meeting with senior members of staff at the university to find out what action it intends to take to ensure that the housing provider, UPP, are aware of the anger that their management failures have generated. And following all of this, Rufo thanked people on Twitter for their support, saying, I just want to thank everyone for their kind messages and all the support, and quoting Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. And where I kind of land on this is I'm obviously happy it appears that at least in some way the people that were responsible for this disgusting harassment outside of someone's door, that they're going to be held responsible. But I'm also disappointed in those people about the situation, because how many times does something like this happen that it doesn't go viral, that it doesn't get national and then international attention, and there's a lot of pressure for the people that should have been doing the right thing to do the right thing. We get this little snapshot, and thanks to the police, a seemingly nice little bow, happy ending, but do we really? I mean, in general, I mean, whenever you hear someone saying this disgusting, hateful shit, it always has this air of confidence behind it. I don't know, but that's where this story ends for now, and I want to, of course, pass the question off to you. What is your takeaway from this? If this story didn't blow up, do you think something would have happened? What would you like to see happen? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. That's where I'm going to end today's show. And remember, if you like this video, like what I'm trying to do on this channel, you want to see more, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Also, while you're at it, click that little bell so you get notifications when YouTube actually lets that feature work. But that said, of course, as always, my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love yo face.
You guys always tell me that I should dress up and go on and scare foods while he's playing video games, so that's what I'm gonna do today. Just give me a second. There we go. Can you tell who I am myself? Because I have the mirror right behind the camera and I keep looking at myself and I'm just like, I'm supposed to be the woman in black, so looking like this, I'm gonna enter face office and I'm gonna scare him. So let's get it.
I saw you come in. I mean, what is going on?
What do you think about my costume? Right, I keep looking at myself.
Oh, you're freaking me out.
Did I get you good?
Yeah,
Like
I'm
super
more
good?
freaked out now looking at you.
Yeah, I know.
I got Jack. I'm talking to Jack, and he said you scared him.
Good. Yay! Well, I gotta go now. Bye. Felix, you should go out with the pants. That you were not expecting. What?
With Edgar?
No, he was just being nice to me and helping you. Do you hate me?
Yeah. Don't tell me. He's sneaky.
Of course. Next time, Pugachan is gonna help me.
No, this is not gonna be it next time. I'm here with the most amazing, most beautiful.
How's it going, guys? My name is PewDiePie, and pretty fun. So this channel has just gone from complete originality. Oh. Okay. I don't understand anything you're
Hello.
saying.
Hello. What are you doing?
What? Oh, oh, yeah, oh, I did it. Yeah. Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, it's so beautiful. We have it coming through there. Oh,
Thomas, can Josh use info? I don't know.
no, what's the controller with both wearing the jumper and jacket? Then it's stuff. Ah, it's a Bluetooth. Like, I don't think any Bluetooth do.
You need to have an adapter. I just need to come 50th. I finished this week's daily challenges.
50 people wise, or
Uh,
like the score.
I just need to come 50th people. 50 out of installs.
That's so easy if you've done it on Teams of 20.
I came 94th because I didn't have a weapon and some guy had a shotgun.
And you said that anyway. So what we'll do is we'll have us two on here, the stream on there, Ben on in his room.
I hope the
and
internet
just
can
two
cope.
stream there. Then we'll have myths on that side.
I hope the internet will cope.
Thomas is downloading the update and we're watching the Hibs game as well as us being
The update takes
That's why
like
it's
10 minutes.
not at the minute because of the like amount of stuff at the same time. Is that an injury or is they just made us up in the 12th minute? Okay, 2018 having a laugh party. That's not 60 seconds from it then. Ben was saying earlier, make sure you're actually getting worse instead of that.
Yeah, that's what I said. Never said that. Can Thomas hear me?
Nope.
You're a cunt.
He's a cunt.
No, you.
Said, can Thomas hear me? You're a cunt. So I'm using that thing
No,
for you. So
you are.
I'm saying that.
No, Scott is.
Whoa, Ben, come on, Davis is no even.
Scott Campbell's a cunt.
I'll record that and I'll go show you again.
Cool, you do that. Scott Campbell is a cunt. Scott Campbell is a cunt.
Shoot you his language, by the way. Nice.
hear yours when you were dying earlier.
You try to ask me in the morning, can't hear me at you until I've already told you about it.
What, when you got really pissed off?
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't grassing you in or that, I was just saying.
That's us even though, because I got pissed off then and then you have your fuck off your dead cunt moment.
So I'm allowed to have that.
This is trying. I don't know if you've meant it as a like thing, or if he's trying to cross it.
Who's he play for?
It's... I don't know. Is it in the sports big force or something?
Well, my game is lagging. Here, don't stream Twitch, by the way.
Oh no, I refused anyway.
Don't stream Twitch, please. Because the internet's barely handling downloading a game and that, so don't stream Twitch. $52 people left, 2 more people die, and I win.
3 more people, you are one of them.
Oh yeah, it needs to be 49 people left. Oh, how did that hit? I just got a hand cannon kill from like a mile away. Thank God.
We got separate in the back stuff. The lines just go with everything. The thing is, you could only buy it that one weekend, like during Valentine's Day, and then like, the back thing wasn't out by then, so a lot of people like, will have missed it.
Well, there's 45 people left. I can't believe I got a kill with like that hand cannon from so far away.
I don't see the point in it, though it's the exact same as the revolver,
Yeah.
the BB.
I guess it's just a better version of the revolver. It's got a tiny bit quicker fire rate. So you know how they...
The revolver has more damage, though, doesn't it?
Nah, this is 75. The revolver does something or other. I've also got a sniper. There's 39 people left and like the ring's not even, like the ring is just coming in.
You know, we were talking about how many stuff were on the pages, the tiers.
Yeah.
It's only 8.
Oh. So?
It's only 8 away for that headset.
The parental one. I need a bloody shotgun, man. I'm so far in. There's like 34 people left. I've not even. Oh, well, there's my shotgun. Why would you stand still and shoot at me? 79 meter snipe.
do better than the Fortnite on the Twitch. That reset the system, didn't it?
What is it?
I know it won't too old, so it'll do it. But when you reset the speed you're doing, but then that might improve it. No, it's not in the system.
What are you streaming right now?
Head screen.
Are you only streaming the head screen?
Yeah.
Don't stream Twitch, because I am not doing too well on lagging wise.
Nobody's streaming Twitch.
Good. I just got a rocket launcher.
No, he's greeting your
I'm not greeting. Fuck you.
about 9 times.
Oh. How is my loot just this good? Oh, I see quite a few people fighting. Oh my god, that was actual sick. That may be the best thing I've ever done. Fuck off, alright? That